Have you ever said something and then wanted to take it back? We've all been there. While being good at expressing yourself is important, there are times when it's better to stay silent. Knowing when to do that can help you steer clear of unnecessary problems, keep trust, and show respect. Today we're going to talk about the 9 situations where it's better to stay silent. Check out these 9 situations when it's best to just keep quiet. Number 9, when you don't know much. It's usually a good idea to stay quiet when you don't know enough about something. Talking without all the right information can spread wrong ideas and make you seem not so smart. Keeping quiet lets you keep listening and learning before making up your mind. This is true when talking about things you don't know much about, facing questions you can't answer, or dealing with situations where you don't have all the facts. The saying, "It's better to stay silent and have people think you don't know than to talk and prove it," really fits here. Talking without knowing often doesn't work out well. If you don't know much, it's better to stay quiet, listen, and learn. Then if it makes sense, share your thoughts later on. Number 8, when feelings get strong. When you're really mad or frustrated, it's often better to stay quiet. When we're super upset, we might say things without thinking. We lose our usual filter and might end up saying stuff we wish we hadn't. Keeping quiet stops you from saying things you can't take back. Once you've said hurtful stuff, sorry might not fix everything. Being quiet helps keep your relationships okay when things are rough. It gives you more time to figure out your feelings before you talk about them. If you hold back from saying too much, you won't mess up your relationships or hurt people badly. It doesn't mean you should hide your feelings, it just means waiting for the right time to talk calmly. Let the strong feelings come down before saying stuff so you don't make things worse. Avoid reacting in a way that makes a problem bigger when what's needed is patience and care. Number 7, when you say bad things to other people. When you say bad things about someone, it usually doesn't end well. Saying mean things or attacking someone's character isn't a good idea. It not only hurts the other person, but also makes people less likely to trust you. There are better ways to deal with problems or give feedback. Just venting your frustration without thinking can be disrespectful and create bad feelings. It's important to think about the impact of your words and whether they will help or hurt the situation. Number 6, when receiving constructive criticism. When you get feedback or suggestions that aren't so positive, it's normal to want to explain yourself or defend what you need. But talking back can often make things worse instead of helping. It's better to stay quiet when things happen so you can really understand the feedback without getting defensive. Wait until the person is done talking before you respond. Take some time to think about what they said before you reply. And feel free to ask questions if you're not sure about something. Keeping quiet to really understand criticism shows that you can control your emotions and are mature and committed to improving. While staying silent doesn't fix everything, it opens a door for a good and helpful conversation. Number 5, when dealing with legal problems. If you ever have to talk to the police or any legal authority, it's a good idea to stay quiet. Whatever you say might be used against you even if you didn't do anything wrong. Sometimes officers might stretch the truth to make you confess or say something that makes you look guilty. Keeping quiet helps you avoid saying something that could make you or someone else look bad by mistake. So don't feel pressured to talk right away or explain things. It's okay to stay silent until you can talk to a lawyer. Number 4, when you're firm in your decision. Sometimes you need to make decisions on your own, whether it's dealing with a stubborn child or putting in a new rule at work. Talking too much about it can make things confusing and lessen your control. After thinking about your choices and deciding, instead of getting into long discussions, just briefly say what you've chosen without explaining too much. Let everyone know it's final and don't say sorry. Being quiet after making your decision shows that you're done thinking about it. Number 3, when your opinions are irrelevant. As we go through life and work, we learn new things that shape how we see things, but not everyone will see things the same way. Sometimes what you know and think doesn't really matter to others. Like if you join a group that already has its own way of doing things, it's not the best time to share your thoughts right away. It's the same if you want to suggest ways to make things better but haven't really experienced it. Even if you mean well, it's better to listen first, to gain trust. Sometimes you want to say something just to join in, but it's smart to know when your words won't add much to the conversation. In those times, it's better to be quiet and really pay attention. This helps you connect better with others and learn more. Number 2, when it comes to keeping things private. If someone tells you something personal or a secret, it's important to keep it private and not talk about it. There are good reasons to keep things private, like for personal health, money matters, legal advice, or anything else that's supposed to stay between those involved. Unless you're given permission to share what someone else said in private, it's best to keep quiet and not talk about it. Sometimes there might be situations where it's okay to share information to prevent harm, but in general, if someone trusts you with something personal, keep it between the two of you. Number 1, when it's best to stay quiet. Sometimes it's polite and kind to be quiet instead of talking. Being silent shows that we care about others and think about their feelings and ideas. For instance, it's good to be quiet when we're remembering something or saying a prayer. Not talking gives others a chance to connect with their beliefs, feelings, sadness, or thankfulness without any interruptions. When someone tells a personal story or shares their feelings, it's important to listen without interrupting. This shows that we care about them and agree with what they're saying. Staying silent is also a way to respect different customs or spiritual practices that we might not know about. If we're in a place where things are done differently, being quiet until it's okay to talk helps us learn and join in. Just being there and letting important words or experiences sink in without being distracted is powerful. Knowing when to stay silent shows that we're wise and grown up. Learning to do this by thinking carefully and practicing regularly is like making a good investment for a future. So appreciate the strength of holding back words and see how it becomes a useful skill in your personal and work life. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends so we can make more. For similar videos, click subscribe and remember to turn on the notification bell. Also, check out our other videos. Thanks for watching!